Ready? Okay. All right. So we're on? Oh, hey.
We're on.
So we're back.
Back and badder than ever.
Well, I am.
Well, you are bad.
Well, look.
Not the good bad.
Look, where have we been? We've been all over.
We've been everywhere.
Everywhere. Germany.
All over the place.
All over the place. Signing autographs.
A few. You signed a few. I signed a ton. But
I signed a lot of autographs. I played some touch tennis in Germany.
right?
Okay. Actually won a match.
Yeah.
You know? Rashid was there. He cheats.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
You didn't play him though, did you?
He tried to play me, and he cheat. I'm telling you, he's just not right.
Wait.
What? This
wait.
guy, I don't want to talk about it.
I don't feel like I'm getting the whole story here.
You will get the whole story, but the point is, there are other people who saw that he will not play me in a real game. You know how people will what they'll do is they will make up their own rules.
Yeah.
Rashid makes up his own rules.
So explain that to me.
Okay.
How do you make up his own rules?
You know, first of all, he wanted to play with no sneakers on.
What, like bare feet?
Yes.
Why?
That was I don't know. It's just one of his rules.
It was on grass?
No, it was on this nice court that he.
Oh, okay.
It was
like
on
a
a center
sport court type
yeah,
thing?
no, it was better than that. It was
Okay.
really nice.
Okay.
All right, and it's nice and spongy on your feet.
Okay.
But, and then it was like 8, 9 o'clock at night.
Right.
And he's like, "Oh no, come on, let's go out there." And then I'm up 3. I think I was up 3-0. We were playing to a 10-point tiebreaker, and I said, "Okay, we need to switch sides." He goes, "No, I don't want to switch sides."
Really?
Yeah, I don't want to switch sides. And I'm like, "Wait, what rules?" He says, "My rules."
Ah, he made it. He made the sport up. He thinks he makes his own rules.
This is what I had to put up with.
Wow.
But anyway, I
But
said,
wait, you were up. You say you were up 3-0. You were up 3 games to nothing, or you guys
no, it
were
was
doing
a
tiebreaker?
tiebreaker, like a 10-point tiebreaker. or
Okay,
something.
and you were up 3-0 in the tiebreaker.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and then then he started cheating even worse after that.
And what'd you do? Did you have a tantrum? Walked
Tantrum?
off?
Well, yeah, sort of.
Yeah. Did you? What'd you do?
I can't talk about it. But all I know is he wouldn't play me in a real game.
That's interesting.
Isn't it?
Why do you think that is?
Because that's what he does.
Yeah.
Yes.
See, sometimes you write those checks that your butt can't cash, and you spend so much time talking about stuff. When it comes time to put up or shut up,
Have you ever beaten me? Have you ever beaten me?
no, but my daughter has.
Okay,
That's all I need.
Why do we?
That's all I need.
That's
all I need.
Why do we always have to be?
And I beat my daughter, so in a way, I feel like I have beaten you.
Why do we always have to go back to
Like
your
a-
daughter beating
like
me?
a win-loss
She beat me
triangle.
one time.
Win-loss triangle.
She beat me one time, and I think that I was a little hurt when I
you
played.
were hurt. Your feelings were hurt. You were hurt. Your pride was hurt. Your ego was hurt. I was proud of you.
I've beaten her more than she's beaten
I
me.
was proud of you. You only cried for a couple minutes.
All right,
You
all right.
you rebounded
All right.
quick.
Anyway,
You showed a lot of intestinal fortitude.
Anyway, folks, look what I have here in my hand. Look at this. Literally hundreds of thousands of dollars.
Hundreds
Huh?
upon hundreds upon hundreds.
Now, why do I have this in my hand?
I don't know.
I have this in my hand because, the touch tennis U.S. Open is coming
Yep.
up in October 30th
October 30th,
through
2025.
to November.
November.
Yeah. We're still trying to figure out what it's going to be. We're thinking between 40 and 50,000 this year. Last year it was.
A lot of people. We're going to have a lot of people.
Oh
there
my
too.
goodness! Yeah, and now we're at the Days Inn. Days Inn is the main hotel sponsor, and I'm telling you right now, okay, you better reserve your rooms. Rooms start at $69. $69. Okay, now because we're expecting probably well over 100 players.
Yeah.
Because we're having singles, men's singles, doubles,
Mixed doubles.
mixed doubles. We're having, women's singles, women's doubles, all that, right? Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
Yeah, 4 days.
Yeah, and there will be food there. by the way, like we had last time.
Yep.
You know?
Yep.
It's going to
Blue
be
Water
even better.
Convention Center.
Yeah,
right on the
Blue
right
Water,
on the
right
Blue
on the
Water,
water.
right on St. Clair River.
Yep. And this summer, we'll be playing all summer at Blue Water. Just
Yeah.
you know, we're probably going to have a few tournaments there and some play. You
That's
know,
right.
kids can come out and play
Players
and all
Club.
that. That's right. Yep. Now, I will be playing using my goat racket. Even here, right? We're going to
Right.
set up a court at a couple of grass courts here at the Days Inn.
Yep. Easy
You
to
know?
set up.
Yeah, we're going to set them up probably next week.
Perfect.
And what we're going to do is set up the courts. We're going to come out, do some hitting and stuff. Some of the top players in the world are going to be here. Should be next week, the week of the 3rd, I think.
Yeah, June 3rd. Yep.
Yeah. So, and maybe have a little round robin. Nobody's ever beaten us in
doubles.
in doubles.
We're,
No one.
We're undefeated.
We're
doubles.
undefeated. No one beats us.
In doubles.
Yeah.
Undefeated.
You know what? And here's, look, we know that the Open's coming, right? And
Yeah.
we know we're going to start taking reservations. Now, here's the thing. Last year, Luka won. He's still
right.
he's still number 1 in the world.
Yep.
Okay, Luka won. But I'm telling you now, I don't think he's going to win this year. I really don't. There's a lot of good players coming out of these colleges who are going to play. People coming out of Notre Dame, Ferris State, Adrian College.
Yep.
I'm telling you right now, Luka, you might want to stay home.
Yeah.
And Christina, who won it for the women from Serbia,
Yep.
okay, fair and square.
Yep. She won.
Christina, you may want to stay home
Yeah.
because you won't win it this year.
A lot
Oh,
of
and as a
competition.
matter of fact, she got beat by Alexandra in Germany.
Okay.
Kind of upset her a little bit.
Alexandra.
She's out of Serbia. They're on the
Out of
same.
Serbia.
They're on the same
Okay.
Serbian team.
Okay. All right.
Now, I'm saying right now,
Right.
a U.S. player is going to win the U.S. Open, both men and women.
Well, you got a lot more competition this year.
A
'Cause,
lot
again,
more.
We already know. I mean, if we shut it down now, I know we've got over 30 people. It's gonna be
Easily,
here.
easily.
And by the time October gets
Yes,
here,
here
who
we're going to
knows
have well
how
over
many.
100.
Yeah.
We're going to have well over 100. And the women's division is going to be huge. It will be the largest women's division ever in touch tennis.
Yeah.
There's no doubt in my mind.
It's going to be phenomenal.
It's going to be
honestly.
phenomenal. And like I said, the money is going to be great. We're going to have a lot of fun. It's Halloween weekend, actually, in that, you know.
All right.
So we may
Yeah.
have a few contests there. AT&T, they're
Yeah.
going to be back because they had the
Yeah, phone giveaway.
the
last
phone
time.
giveaway,
Yep.
the iPhones.
Yeah. Yeah.
Who ended up winning? Both the people who won it were from Ferris State.
Yeah, both Ferris State.
Ferris State.
Men and women's.
Men
Yep.
and women. Isn't that something?
Yeah, yeah. They
College kids
honestly,
in them
they
women.
really did. They really stepped up. They performed pretty well
They
at
did.
the U.S. Open there.
They did. There is at least 12 players coming from Ferris State.
Yeah.
And Ferris State is a very good tennis school.
Yep.
Okay, so they're coming. And then, so I'm just saying right now, I know Luka's great. I love Luka.
Yeah.
Look, a great player. But I don't think he's going to win. I really don't. And I don't think, and I know Clayton. Clayton, he's out of the UK. I don't think Clayton's going to show up. I think
Clayton's the hardest working man in touch tennis.
Oh, come on.
The hardest working man, but
He's getting on up there in years.
yeah.
You know, and you know, I could beat Clayton right now.
Oh, stop.
What?
Oh, stop. Don't say that about Clayton. Clayton's the hardest working man in touch tennis.
He said.
And you know what he
he's
does?
What?
He does that thing where he acts like he's wore out, right?
Do you ever
away.
see him?
Yeah, after the first serve, he's like,
Oh. And then he walks around the court. And he
You're
walks
thinking,
around. You ever see him?
man, he's
He
good.
walks around the court.
Yep.
He's got his hand on his back. And he does that right.
Yep.
And he's always looking like he's worn out.
And you think he's going to pass out, but then 5 games later, he's still
Yeah.
doing the same thing.
Yeah. Yeah. Now, he's sneaky.
He is sneaky.
He beat Lorenzo.
Yep.
Who's a
Yeah.
UTR rating is 10.5, and which is really good. And he
Yeah.
beat him. Now Lorenzo will be back from Ferris State.
Right.
Max Bonte, who was also in the semifinals for the men, he'll be back.
Yeah.
And Max Bonte, he had Luka 3-2 in the first set.
He did. And these guys have had more experience now,
Yes.
too. They were relatively new to touch tennis at the time.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. So Luka.
There's a lot. There's going to be. It is going to be. I wouldn't say, Luka's not going to win. Clayton's not going to win. But there's a lot more competition.
Luka
There's
won't.
a lot more
And Peter,
competition.
his teammate, who's coming, he's coming too.
Yeah.
He's really good. He's about 6'9".
Oh my
Okay,
God.
he's a Terminator.
We should have a dunk
He's
contest
the
while he's
Terminator.
here. Okay.
That's his nickname, the Terminator.
Ter-
Yeah, he's getting
I
his
must
logo made.
break
He's
you.
tough, man. He's
Yeah.
tough. But he's coming. The
All
whole
right.
Serbian team's coming, right? So, but they're going to go home empty-handed this time, I feel.
Oh.
I'm just saying.
I will tell you.
I'm just saying.
I think you get enough people involved. I mean, there's a lot of time, right?
Yeah.
We're in May. We got 5 months. Look, touch tennis. It's tennis, right? It's tennis on a smaller court.
It is. It mimics
Any
tennis.
of you that play tennis, these are the tournaments. Get involved.
Yeah, we will be coming out with some schedules. But look, I'm serious here. Luka's not going to win.
Okay. And
There was a kid Ethan, out of Germany, 16 years old.
yeah.
16 years old.
Yeah.
Met his mom and dad. Great. Let me tell you something. He would be top 3 in the U.S. right now.
Oh,
He was
no
in Germany.
kidding.
Oh, he's tough.
Wow.
Oh, he's tough. And a great kid. Nice kid.
Yep.
I tell you, some of those ITF players that were in Germany that were playing, oh, my God.
Yeah.
They were tough.
Yep.
See, now Luka didn't show up for Germany. He didn't show up. Clayton did. He got beat.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, I'm just saying.
You're talking a lot about people. Oh.
They got beat.
Oh.
I'm just, look, all I'm saying is that the party's over
Yeah.
for those who really think that they're really good touch tennis players, because there's more tennis players
That's right.
that are coming
That's
over,
right.
and they're playing both. They're playing both tennis
Yeah.
and touch tennis. They
Yeah.
see the money.
And the money's gonna be there. The money's
right.
gonna be there.
You know?
More than what we saw last year. The money is gonna be there.
And I like Luka. Luka is great for the sport. He's got a great personality. Christina and Alexander and Peter, they're great people. But you're not going to win the U.S. Open this time around. I'm just telling you.
Wow.
You might want to save your money for a plane ticket. I'm just saying.
Wow.
And by the way, now, and you didn't know this,
Okay.
but Days Inn, the sponsor, the main
Yeah.
hotel sponsor for the
Yes.
U.S. Open, the number 1 and number 2 ranked players, both male and females, during the tournament, their rooms are free.
Okay.
Yeah. So if you're ranked number 1 or 2,
You get a
your
free room.
yes, for the 4 days of the tournament, your room is taken care of, both male and female. And I think that's great. Days Inn, I'm telling you,
Yeah,
they
Days
have
Inn's
been,
stepping
and
up. Yeah.
Wyndham, they have been absolutely fantastic, really supporting touch tennis. Now, but Luka may not show up, so and Christina's
So
ranked number 1 in the world right now,
Okay.
even though she got beat by
Right.
Alexandra.
Right.
Okay, she's ranked number 1 in the world right now, but Alexandra beat her. And Alexandra wasn't at the U.S. Open.
Right. And she just probably hasn't competed in enough tournaments to have enough points to be number 1.
Oh,
Right?
well, she's at. Well, that was really her first time where she's actually
Yeah,
gotten points.
yeah.
She's like in the top 5 now, and like I said, she won that German tournament in Germany.
Right.
And she told me she's coming,
All right.
and I
can't
think her-
wait.
And she's getting married soon, and her fiance is supposed to be coming too.
Honestly, it's going to be awesome.
I'm gonna take them both out to dinner.
It's going to be awesome.
It is gonna be awesome.
It's going to be fun.
It is going to be awesome. It is
October.
30th through 2 November.
Okay.
Okay. is the
So
tournament.
that whole weekend. So you're going
Yeah,
probably
well, Thursday,
30th?
Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
Yep. So probably
Okay.
November 2nd. Then.
Yeah, so we're looking at doing several things. Like I said, we talked about the phone thing, right?
Yeah. Got a phone. Yeah. AT&T will have something there.
Are you gonna do? We were looking at the golf like putt thingy.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay, something like that. Is
Yeah,
that possible?
we do something like that. We did the last year. What did we do last year? It was the most balls. Was it in the bucket? Right.
Yeah. You hit
Okay.
the balls in the
Right.
Yeah. So you do that, and then, like I said,
Yeah.
they, some of the people that you thought were going to be good at it were not.
Yeah, it was really strange. Some of the people you thought were just going to just take charge and own it, and they didn't. So, but it's going to be a hell of a tournament.
You know what I'm thinking? Some of the other contests we can do,
Yeah.
right? Because I was thinking about that one thing. Can't we do something where, like, if you score on a pro, bring somebody out of the audience.
Oh,
You know what I mean?
yeah.
And say,
Yep.
if you can return, let's say, Lucas' serve, if he shows up,
Yeah.
or something like that, right? You get a prize.
Score off the serve. Or
just return it.
how about, what did we do, one of the very first tournaments we ran, what was it? The best 2 out of 3 points?
What are you talking about?
We were playing it with singles, 2 out of 3 points, person stays.
Oh, yeah. It was kind of like knockout.
Yeah,
where
yeah.
the first 1 to 3
You
or
could
something.
do
best out of
something
3.
like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a lot we
There's
can
a
do.
ton of stuff we can do, really.
Yeah, because, it's going to be Halloween.
Yeah.
And we could have a costume.
And with the sponsors, I mean, we've got a lot of options.
Yeah.
So it's going to be huge.
We're
It's going to
gonna
be
have
big,
some
and it's
bracket-
going to be great.
Well, leading up to the tournament, see, we're going to have multiple shows, but we're talking about giving away some rackets.
Yeah.
Let's say some kits, some some touch tennis.
Perfect.
We're thinking about doing that. The GOAT.
Yep.
The GOAT. I love this racket, though. I love this.
Yeah.
My backhand is deadly. It's deadly. Luca can't. He told me that I had the best.
Your
backhand.
talking is deadly. I don't know how your backhand is, but
You're supposed to be on my side, man.
I'm on your
You're
side.
supposed to be on my side.
I'm on your side. I got to keep you humble. I can't let you get crazy with all your
need to
talk.
be,
you need to be humble.
Okay. Now, so people need to, like I say, in the next couple of weeks, we should have you should be able to register for the
On
Open.
touchtennis.com.
Yeah.
Okay.
You should
so
be able to
it's
register.
not there yet.
Not yet. Not there
Okay.
yet. Not there yet. But you should be able to register. But you should start also getting your reservations for the hotel. I'm telling you. You need to start getting your reservations. And the crystal trophies. Oh,
Yeah.
the
those are
crystal trophies.
That's right.
The coveted.
That's right.
The coveted.
You know what?
Yeah.
Now, so this would be year 2.
What?
So we got to come up with a name for those.
What?
For the trophies. You said coveted crystal trophies.
Yeah.
It needs a name.
Why?
Like
does it-
the NFL, it's the Lombardi Trophy.
No. Now, see, and
Hockey
that's
is the Stanley Cup.
that is something. Okay, but here's the thing:
Okay.
when we develop a Touch Tennis Hall of Fame,
Okay.
that's when you start coming up with something like that. Because look, there are players out there. There's a guy named Roberts. I think he's won 20-something tournaments.
Okay.
Okay, that guy would be in the Touch Tennis Hall of Fame.
Right.
Okay, right?
Right.
Okay, you might call it the Roberts Trophy.
Yeah.
There's another guy named Hassan. I met him in Germany. He hadn't played in a couple years.
Right.
I hope he shows up. He's a good player. As a matter of fact, he's on the box of the touch tennis of he's on there, right?
Oh, in the yellow?
Huh? No, he's on the other side.
Okay.
He's on the other side box.
Okay.
Yeah, he's a good player.
Okay.
Okay, so I hope he shows up. Now, guys like that
Yeah.
who are really good players and have been for several years. And when you start thinking Hall of Fame, you would have to think about guys like Luca.
Yeah.
Okay, because I'm not saying that he's going to win the U.S. Open. Like I
Right.
said, you're not Luca, but they're world champions. They're
Yeah.
Serbia.
Yep.
All right, Serbia wins a lot of stuff, and they got think
yeah.
about it. Think who they have. They have Joker. Both of them. They have the tennis player.
Joker,
Yeah, and then they have the basketball
Right,
player.
you're right.
Joker, right?
Yeah, you're right.
Serbia.
You're
Serbia
right.
has 7 million people in their country, and they come up with all these superstars.
Athletes.
Then they come over to the U.S.
Athletes.
Open,
Yep.
and they win.
Yep. All athletes. Yep.
Not fair.
Yeah.
Not fair. What do we got? 340 million people?
I know.
We should be winning it.
Well, and that is and I mean, you've done a lot over the last year, just getting more people, touch tennis in front of more people. So it's going to happen.
It's going to happen.
It'll
It's
happen.
going to happen. It's
And
gonna
honestly, it's a great sport because if you are a tennis player, this is one you can come right in and you can do so well. That's what shocks me every time we have one of these tournaments is folks that have not played a lot of touch tennis but have played tennis.
Yes.
They come in and they do so
They
well.
do so well because they're used to it. Just like the people in Germany.
Yeah.
They're these ITF players. Awesome.
Yeah.
They came in, so anyway,
Awesome.
we are going to wrap up this segment of our little touch tennis.
Yeah, touch tennis.
And then, but as usual, we're just too
Beautiful,
handsome,
rugged,
intelligent,
strong,
good looking
bald,
guys.
talking sports.
Thank you. We'll see you next time.
See you guys.